Happening today, students from Millersville University will excavate the site of the former Gailbraith Ordinary in Lancaster County. It's believed to have been the first tavern in the county, and the site could date back to even before the 1700s.
Very neat. Fox 43's Robert Stover live in East Donegal Township with more on today's dig. Robert.
Good morning. Well, right now we are in full swing at this excavation dig. It has just been so much fun to watch and learn. And joining me for the first time this morning, live I should say, is Professor Tim with Millersville University. So Tim, take us through what the students are doing right now. It seems like everything's running like a well-oiled machine.
Well, they've been out here for a good 6 weeks, so they should know what they're doing. This is the Millersville University Archeology Field School. We're out here at the site of the 1725 Gailbraith Ordinary. It's one of, if not the earliest tavern ever built in Lancaster County. We did some survey and discovered it here in literally a cow pasture. It hasn't been disturbed for 150 years, and so we've been conducting careful professional excavation. So we're doing part research, but the students are also learning to be professional archaeologists. This is their training experience.
And from our conversation yesterday, you had told me that you uncovered a photo from 1880, which had the building still standing at that time. We were just talking off camera. You think it might have burned down in the early 1900s. You know, now that you've finally rediscovered it, what was that moment like, finally, when you unearthed this piece of history?
Well, the thing about archaeology is it's pure research. You don't know what's in the ground until you excavate, and there might be nothing. So when you find what you're looking for, it's a great deal. This is one of the only historic sites of a tavern nature that's ever been excavated in Lancaster County, so it's really neat. And you find all sorts of things. Like we just this morning found this piece of creamware that's hand-painted. It probably would have been on the table of the ordinary in the 1770s when a Revolutionary War soldier stopped by. The painting and the ceramic show us when it dates to. And so this is just one artifact. It's a sweetmeats or sugar bowl, but we will find 50 to 60,000 artifacts. This has been an incredibly rich site. All of those are things that tell us a little bit more about history. We always say in archaeology, it's not what you find, it's what you find out. And so at the end of this, we're hoping to learn a great deal that we didn't know before about the people, the culture, the time period.
And as we get to the end of our conversation, tell us what comes next after you leave the site, where are these artifacts going to go, and what are you going to do with those findings?
Well, everybody thinks of field archaeology as what you see behind us, but really for every day you spend in the field, it creates 5 days worth of lab work. Every one of these 50, 60,000 artifacts will be cleaned, cataloged, put into a database, and then the real fun begins where we analyze it. We look at the stratigraphic soil layers, and we talk about what's going on in the different time periods based on the artifacts. So the real discoveries will be made in the lab after a lot of hard work.
That is fantastic. Tim, thank you so much for having us this morning. This has just been so fun to watch, and we even made some friends along the way, including that furry friend right there. I don't know if you can see that. That's Mango. He's the unofficial micromanager of the site. He has just been a joy. So much fun to learn. And if you want more information about the excavation project and really the history of this land as a whole, we'll have that information on fox43.com. Live in East Donegal Township, Lancaster County, Robert Stover, Fox 43 News.
Robert, Mango keeping everybody in line there, looking over the artifacts, making sure everything is going smoothly. We love to see it. Really neat stuff. Thanks so much, Robert.